This is the 6 cents sweep. I got a couple different colors. This one's tilapia, but I'm gonna give it a shot. They're a little boot tail swim bait, and I didn't really feel the rubber before I purchased them, but I'm glad that it's as flimsy as it is. I was worried, being this tail section so short, if it was gonna get a good kick. This is it compared to, this is a Mag Draft Freestyle. See how this is harder rubber, but they put a longer tail section in a bigger boot so that it gets a lot of good kick. And I like fishing this. This is on a 6 cents. I believe it's on a 7/0. No, this is on a 6/0. So on these sweep, they recommend a 7 or 8. I was looking at it in the bait shop, kind of comparing it, and I was afraid to get an 8/0 hook, and I knew that if I could also use these for my Mega Bass the Mag Draft Freestyle. So I got a 7 just to not be so it wouldn't be too much, because there is a hook slot. There is a hook slot in this thing. It doesn't go back very far. I guess you could extend it if you wanted to, but I don't want this part of the hook in solid rubber. I want it in a slot so that it'll actually push up through there. So I'm kind of trying to use the smallest hook I can get away with. This screw lock doesn't have a guide like an owner does. I usually use an owner beast, but this is what was there in the tackle shop, so we're gonna go with this. And for comparison, this 6 cents 7/0 is about the same size as an owner beast 8/0. I don't know why. So I'm trying to get it as centered as possible. And you can always just replace it. They sell the owner screw locks separate. So this is the hardest part here. It's getting it to come straight. Up where it's actually going to be straight in the bait. Yeah, I got some of the bait there. That's a lot better. So there it is, rigged with a 7/0. It's pretty tight in there. You're using up almost all that hook slot, and there's no it's kind of skin hooked right there. But I'm gonna tie it on and see if we can get a little bit of video of how it swims. Okay, just a Palomar. And let's see if try to get some video of it swimming, so you can see the kick. I'm gonna use this tilapia color because there's a lot of bluegill right now. So that's some of it swimming. I'm gonna see if I can catch a fish with it now, but I'm real happy with the way it swims. That's awesome. I mean, it's got a lot of good kick. I think because the plastic is so soft, even though it's got that short tail section, and not a very wide boot. I think because it's soft enough, it's got good action to it. So we're gonna see, this is a 3/8 ounce weight. We're gonna cast around, fish around the edge of these weed lines and see if we can pick up a fish. So hopefully I'll have some footage of that later on. Thanks.
What happened?
I just got a bite, and my reel,
the reel came off.
My reel came off the rod.
Everything's breaking today, huh?
Dadgum, man, that's crazy.
Are you sure it was a bite and not just this thing?
Dude, be crazy with right now.
Like a bass bite?
It was a bass, dude.
Oh.
Man, that was a good one. Oh, you know what? It might have been a gar.
That'd be crazy.
I just saw a gar in this grass. I bet it was a gar.
How many people live in the United States of America?
Ooh. Man, I don't know. 3 billion or something? Or 1 billion? Maybe there's 1 billion? Maybe 3 billion is the world.
3 billion is probably like Europe. Because I know China has like 5 billion. Or not China, Asia.
Are you sure?
Asia has like the most people in the world.
I know, I'm saying, are you sure on the number?
Probably not. I think it has close to 1 billion.
Dang, dude. What keeps hitting me? Freaking gar?
The boogeyman.
You see that?
See what? You put it back in there and it got it?
Yeah. It was in that hole. Take a picture. With my phone. Or your phone, it don't matter. Touch it.
Where's your phone at? Take a picture of me with it on my phone because I want to send it to Mitchell.
You didn't catch it, dude. You were sitting down.
I know. But Mitchell, I'll just tell Mitchell that my dad caught a bass.
Look at that.
Hold up.
Voila. Got it?
Yeah. Take a picture of me with it.
All right. Ready? Take the live off. How do you take the live off?
Light off.
Live.
Live? What? Oh.
Here.
Pause my song.
There you go. Wait. That bass. Oh. I saw that hole in the grass.
Did you watch it?
It's all.
Like attack it?
Yeah. So I flipped the bait over in there, and I flipped the bait over in there, and he ate it. That was some video of me getting to use this bait and catching a few fish with it. It's a really good imitation of a bait fish. I mean, not a bait fish, a bluegill. Especially the little ones that we've got in our lakes because they're kind of a light green color with those stripes on them. But and it got tore up a little bit. The gar were hitting it, and I'm guessing it was gar because it's got some bad teeth marks. But and I was throwing it on a big Daiwa oversized reel, but so I could just get it as long. Most of the time, that fish that I caught, even though I was flipping with it, I guess that shows you kind of how versatile it is because most of the time I was just making as the longest cast I could make and trying to cover a lot of water, reeling it over the tops of grass. I was just drifting over that. You heard my son say that everything was breaking after my reel popped off on that hook set. We broke the trolling motor, and then I thought I broke the reel, but so without a trolling motor and having high wind, we just set up to make some long drifts over big flats that were covered in grass. And I guess that's where those gar were hanging out because everywhere we got over those big flats, we got hit by something was hitting it hard, trying to snatch it out of my hand. So in my mind, I was like hoping it was 10-pound bass every time, but it was probably gar. And due to the teeth mark on the lure, I'm guessing it probably was gar. But anyways, that's thanks for watching that video, and you can see how versatile that bait is. You don't have to necessarily do like I was doing. You could flip it and pitch it around areas, brim beds, and make short casts with it, sight fish with it. You could probably catch a bedded bass with it because essentially that's what I did. I saw a hole and pitched to that hole, and it was right next to a prop scar. There's a big prop scar making a trench to that grass, and I'd kind of been trying to fish that prop scar, and then I saw that hole and pitched off in there, and that fish boiled, and then I pitched immediately back in there, and I still had the thumb bar down whenever I had to set the hook, and didn't get to engage. I didn't get to fight the fish at all. It was basically just a hook set, and he was done for.
But anyways, so that's my short review of one day of fishing and 1,000 casts. You know, I put the cast in there so it wouldn't look like I just tied it on and caught a fish with it. We fished with that thing for probably an hour before I caught that fish. All the rest of the fish were caught just using frogs and flipping and stuff like that. But that's a little bit of video of the 6th Sense sweep in tilapia color in action. $14 for a 2-pack. That was just at the bait store. I don't know how much they cost everywhere, but a 7/0 hook takes up the whole hook slot. Sits perfect there. We can rig it weedless. I don't know. I'll be buying more of them. The bait tackle shop where I found them had some more on the shelf, and next time I'm in that area, I'm gonna pick some up. Man, I like them. It's fun to fish, and even after that fish that I caught, we went over to some lily pads, and I drifted in those lily pads and pitched it around. And if there had been a bass in there, we got it in front of something, I'm sure it would have hit it. But fish are real pressured, and I think they're out chasing shad or doing something different than what we were doing. There's not a lot of fish shallow. The fish that are shallow are the ones that like to eat brim. They're brim eaters. All the shad chasers are out with the shad doing their deep water stuff. But I bought some in a shad pattern too. And if I can get some video and some footage of me fishing the shad one, try to get on some humps or ledges or something like that and fish one of the shad one patterns out deep. But we decided to fish this color on the day that we were fishing just to because it suited what we were doing a little bit better. But anyways, thanks for watching.